Hello and welcome to Trojan Sports Now. I'm Briana Jones.
And I'm Antonio Reese. Stick around as we bring you the latest news and scores from Troy Athletics.
The Trojan football team is now 4-1 after an outstanding performance this past Saturday against the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. Troy improved to 70-38 in Sun Belt Conference games, which is the most since the Trojans joined the league back in 2004. There were vets all over the vet as it was Military Appreciation Day when the Trojans took on Coastal Carolina. In an attempt to go 2-0 in conference play, Marcus Jones set the tone with the first play being a 96-yard kickoff return to the end zone, making him Troy's all-time leader in kickoff returns for touchdowns. He talks about always being ready when it's game time.
It's very important. We have to take care of our bodies first off, because if we can't take care of our bodies, then, it's going to show in the game.
Fun Saturday afternoon. We were able to jump out to a quick start, which is something we really emphasized all week. We started slow really all season, offensively more than defensively. Had challenged our kickoff return team. We took the ball first. It's something that we don't usually do. We usually defer on the coin toss. We won the coin toss and chose to take the ball. And then Marcus got free.
This Trojan defense got 9 sacks, which is tied for most by a team nationally this season. That is also tied for the most Troy has had in FBS history.
Them getting penetration, getting in the backfield, and them setting up the plays for me to come and make 2 sacks. So all glory to them. Travis Salo, Trayvon Sanders, Jarvis Hayes, all glory to those D linemen. We saw what we saw earlier in the week. They were going to be a tough team to defend the run against because they have that little trick spin belly play. So we tried to hold them to as less yards as we could on that.
While defense was unstoppable, Troy's offense had not 1 but 2 running backs rush for over 100 yards.
Hats off to Coastal. Those young men and that staff have been through a lot over the last 2.5 to 3 weeks. Well, I think we had a nice little discussion at halftime, and with both phases, and really challenged our football team to put the foot on the gas.
And they did just that as the Trojans got away on this one, 45-21.
Troy volleyball dropped a tight 5-set match to Georgia State in their Sun Belt home opener at Trojan Arena Friday night. The Trojans led 2-0 after the first 2 sets before Georgia State stormed back to win the final 3 frames. The Panthers caught fire in the middle of the 3rd set and didn't slow down until they clinched the match. In that 3rd set, Troy led 10-4 and looked to be in control en route to a sweep. However, the Panthers had other plans as they eventually knotted things up at 18-all. They won the set 25-21, the highest career error in Sun Belt history.
And after that fall to Georgia State on Friday, the team looked to bounce back, but unfortunately wrapped up the weekend with another loss to Georgia Southern. Sunday afternoon brought a conference foe for the Trojan volleyball team as they hosted the Georgia Southern Eagles. The ladies looked to gain 1 conference win and rebound from 3 losses, but couldn't get either.
Yeah, we're grinding right now. I think that our effort level out there, our defenders are flying around. We're digging a lot of balls. But right now we're struggling to put the ball away. And that's rallies are extended, and we just got to continue to work at ending them.
This team lives off the word consistency, but lately that's been the hardest thing for them to do.
We're battling. We're in matches. We're in games. Come out in that first set a little flat, but battle back. So, I'd love to see that fight, but we got a lot of work. Got a lot of work to do offensively when we get back in the gym this week. Honestly, we had a day in between, which is, usually we go Friday, Saturday. So I don't think that had much to do with it. I think that there's nights where things are cooking and there's nights where you're kind of struggling. And unfortunately for us today, it was one of those days where we were struggling. Both teams. Georgia Southern hits 154. We hit .016. It's not like that was an offensive juggernaut of a match from either side.
The ladies are back in action this Friday against the Ragin' Cajuns of Louisiana.
The Troy women's cross-country team finished 8th overall, while the men's team finished 6th at the 13th annual JSU Foothills Invitational on Saturday morning at Chocolaco Sports Complex. The women tallied 208 points, just 4 points shy of 7th place, with Sanford taking first with 22 points in the 19-team field. The men posted 160 points, with Sanford also taking the team title, scoring just 24 points in the 20-team field. Freshman Tanner Guest paced the Trojans in the 5-kilometer race with a 12th finish place. Sophomore Mackie Walsh and freshman Sydney Singletary rounded out the top 3 finishers for Troy, crossing the finish line in 40th and 50th, respectively.
The Trojan soccer team hit the road for a Sun Belt match against Georgia State on Sunday and returned to Troy with another check in the loss column. Troy and Georgia State combined to score 5 goals over the final 41 minutes, with the Panthers pulling out a 3-2 victory at the JSU soccer field on Sunday. With the loss, Troy drops to 1-3 in Sun Belt play.
As we make our way over to the Diamond, following 4 months of off-season strength and conditioning work, the Trojans baseball team will officially begin its preparation for the 2019 campaign with the start of fall inter-squad scrimmages Friday. The Trojans will play 19 games amongst themselves, culminated by the best-of-3 Fall World Series, November 11th, 13th, and 15th. The Trojans will take the field for the first time since its run to the NCAA Athens Regional at the beginning of June. The squad is responsible for breaking numerous school records, including almost doubling the previous triples record and tying for the most games played. The 42 wins are tied for the 6th most by any team in school history. The biggest challenge for the 2019 team will be replacing 4 all-conference players in the lineup: Joey Dennison, Matt Sanders, Brandon Lockridge, and Andrew Crane. Dennison was selected as the 2018 Sun Belt Player of the Year and an All-American. Sanders was the NCAA statistical champion in runs per game. Lockridge won the Rawlings Gold Glove, and Crane finished with the highest career error in Sun Belt history.
Moving on to the softball team, the Trojan softball team is also getting in on some action this weekend as they prepare to take on Northwest Florida State College in a doubleheader for games at 2 and 4 p.m. in the Troy softball complex. The ladies are coming off a 34-26 overall 2018 season with a 14-13 in conference play.
Freshman Nicole Lorp turned in her second third-place finish of the young season to lead Troy to a tie for third amongst the 15-team field at the Starmount Fall Classic. Lorp finished 2 over at the 54th hole event, which concluded on Tuesday. Its second goal after a long pass led to a 1v1 with Troy goalkeeper Acelia Idogmas. The third-place finish as a team was Troy's second of the year after placing third in the season-opening Lady Maxwell. The Trojans finished just 3 shots behind the host UNC Greensboro, while Tennessee ran away with the team title, winning by 35 shots.
Hey, Antonio, how excited are you that softball is coming back?
I'm pretty excited. I know driving home the other day, I saw they were actually out there practicing, so it means good things.
And baseball, and I'm really excited to see what the team's going to do after we've lost Joey and Matt. I mean, this team kind of got to, reconstruct some
Hopefully
things.
so. I know we have potential players that are actually going to step up this year, so I know Coach Sanders has to be happy with that one.
Absolutely. Still to come on Trojan Sports Now, we'll have a preview of the Trojans football team's matchup against the Georgia State Panthers.
But first, Briana sits down with women's basketball guard Harriet Winchester. Stick around for more Trojan Sports Now.